Now, Betsy, first of all, how you ever heard of that and stored it and remembered it all this time later?
It's a close relative of burnt sienna.
Oh,
Now
burnt sienna.
you know.
I always say this, guys we have like 8 colors in our wheel.
Right.
But inevitably, if I tell someone this is a purple shirt, oh no, that's eggplant.
I call it periwinkle.
Periwinkle. See?
Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah, right. There's a billion colors. We know that in
Looks
the
like
rainbow.
Cleveland November sky to me. It's beautiful.
All these colors. There's really 8 colors. There's variations of 8 colors. Matt, they're yelling at me to give you your weather word. Can you scroll up? I forgot what it was today. Oh, yesterday I gave you a super simple one. Today it's puce. No, I'm kidding. I'm
we
kidding.
can get it in.
No.
I'll get it in there. That's
It's
fine.
microchip.
Microchip.
Yeah, because I think that microchip that figures out your mood, I think that's all random. I think that's a joke. Don't buy into that.
I didn't even get to say electroencephalography.
I was waiting for that. I wasn't even ready to do weather until you said that word.
Electroencephalography.
Oh, beautiful.
There you go.
What that whole thing is called.
That's how they figure out your mood.
That's it.
Not the weather word, though. Let's
Microchip
not
is your weather
confuse
word.
that word for the weather word. All right, we'll get that word into the forecast for sure. It's hot as expected today. Here are your air temperatures, generally low 90s outside. Hottest readings are out towards the west, 95 Norwalk, 96 Sandusky. It reached 98 at least so far in the Toledo area. That's where the real hot stuff is. The wind helps. It's out of the west, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. So we've had a decent breeze. The humidity as measured with dew point is manageable. You can feel the air outside, but boy, it's a lot drier than it was last week when we had these numbers. So again, the heat indice as expected is right where that temperature is. So it's a hot summery day. Certainly isn't on the tropical side, but the heat exists out towards the west. 97 Chicago today. Look at the heat kind of wraps around this area of high pressure. This is where our frontal boundary is that we'll be keeping an eye on as we get throughout the day tomorrow. And keep in mind, we've still got that air quality alert through midnight. Just basically the air is kind of unhealthy for those sensitive groups. It often happens when we have this heat around here this time of year. So the hot air is across the eastern half of the country. Gets much cooler behind that. A couple things to note. There's a real good monsoon season that started up here. Areas of New Mexico getting much needed rain. All that moisture flowing up towards this front. It's a dry front right now. We are expecting storms to develop later on this evening. And it's the same setup as we had last week where this frontal boundary will be pushing in tomorrow. Does it flare up storms over Cleveland or is it southeast? We could really use the rainfall around here, so we'll see if we can get it. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. You can see as we go through time tonight, we're still on the muggy side. Lows tonight near 75. It's going to be a muggy night as that humidity continues to build overnight tonight as we get closer to that front. As we go throughout the daytime tomorrow, we'll likely start dry. Storms will trigger with the heating of the day, likely southeast of the Cleveland area. Much like last week, that will push down to the south as we go throughout the afternoon. Could see some stronger storms with that early afternoon into the early evening hours as we say goodbye to those as they eventually head down to the south and east. We're all dry by tomorrow evening and we're turning cooler behind that front. In terms of the muggy meter, well, you can see here as we go through time, we bring in much drier air and it sticks around. We don't have a whole lot of humidity in the forecast into next week as well. All right, and we'll get our, I don't know how to fit microchip into the forecast. I don't know how to do it. I've been trying to think about it for the last 2 minutes. I can't do it today. I give up. I can't.
I told Betsy, I said, this is going to be interesting to see how he fits it in. And my guess was you were going to say, I put all the microchips in the Weather Center to work, and here's what here's the forecast they spit out.
That would have been a great day.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get the sponsor name in there too. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast. Here it is. And you notice over the weekend, we heat things back up. That was a tough one today.
It was tough. Yeah.
It really was.
Yesterday's was so easy, it was enjoy.
I know, right? And it was family the day before. I didn't even have to say it, so that was great.
You can't get it right every day or it takes the fun out of it.
I think that might be the first full-on fail though, as in he knew the word and couldn't get it
because he's forgot it a couple times.
Yeah, right. There's been a lot of fails, let's be honest, but yeah, that was.
There have been no fails.
Awesome.
Tomorrow's another day. All right.